The cryptocurrency markets are still dominated by fear. What could happen? Is the world going to fall apart? Well, we're discussing that today. But we do have some very, very big news. XRP news, Solana news, Bitcoin charts, macro stuff. And of course, I know what's on everybody's minds, what's happening in Japanese stock markets. Obviously, we're going to talk about that. And of course, answering your questions second half of the stream. So stick around for the good times. Let's get it. So, Japanese markets. That's what we're talking about now, guys. Recovering. Well, I don't think I'll talk about these for much longer unless they start running the carry trade nonsense again. Thankfully, the Bank of Japan backed down. Hopefully that sticks for a while. I feel like the Fed and the Treasury in the USA definitely had a mad weekend, calling up the Bank of Japan, being like, you guys got to pull back from the brink of oblivion. It's going to take us all out. Anyway, Japanese stock markets currently bouncing after being down 26% in about 2 weeks, bounced back 15% from the bottom, slightly lower at the open today, it's 13%. So there you go. Nature's healing. Japanese stock markets forming a bullish harami signal indicating that the bottom may have formed. Same pattern emerged after the 2011 Fukushima nuclear meltdown, and stocks went on to gain 10% over the next month. Haha. Here you go. S&P 500 closed with a rejection at the 100-day exponential moving average yesterday. As always, all eyes will be on that market open tomorrow. Not great seeing rejection from these key moving averages. How long will it take for the S&P to recover? Well, we shall see. Some still issuing words of caution. If there's caution for the stock markets, there's caution for the crypto markets. Stifle Research. Wait until the S&P 500 corrects to 5,000 before buying the dip, cautions these guys. Wall Street Bear saying it's too soon to jump back into stocks after the sell-off. For perspective, it's not that far down, is it? 5,000 is just right around here. What if it drops another 4%? Anyway, I like this guy's what he had to say here, sharing with you. And yesterday, the market bounced. The rally attempt was not impressive. The popular averages closed in the middle of the day's range and lower volume. The Russell 2000 was the strongest, closing up 1.23%. The rally looked more like a dead cat bounce than a strong start to a new sustainable uptrend. Given the size and speed of the decline over the last few days, there was undoubtedly some trapped supply out there. At the very least, we're likely to experience more volatility, something I avoid like the plague until the market stabilizes and setups start to emerge. I'm pretty much sidelined, but for how long? As long as it takes. Could be days, could be weeks. Just interesting, right? Some people just want to sit out the volatility. JP Morgan boosting U.S. recession chance to 35% by the end of the year, up from 25% as of the start of last month. JP Morgan economists kept the odds of a recession by the second half of 2025 at 45%. Following Goldman Sachs and raising the risk of a downturn. Now, what's interesting is that the banks are wrong quite a bit, right? JP Morgan was calling for an imminent recession in 22 that kind of never really eventuated. I mean, 2022 was a bad year, and for all intents and purposes, that was a small recession. They just didn't decide to count it as a recession. 2 quarters of negative growth, technically a recession, but we don't count it like that anymore, apparently. So whatever. Can you trust JP Morgan's estimates? Well, anyway, it's interesting to think about. That U.S. recession will come at some point with the yield curve on the verge of uninverting, the SAM rule, the Sandler-Piper rule, all these things saying it's coming, the sky is going to fall. But that doesn't mean the sky is going to fall immediately. We could still have some great market conditions between now and whenever the heck that happens. All these stubborn things keep not happening to the U.S. economy that kick the can down the road a little bit further for a recession. This is an interesting one, though. James Lavish pointing out another ugly 10-year U.S. Treasury auction. Only 66% foreign bidders. Wonder why that happened. Couldn't have been anything with the ongoing trade war against China, seizing hundreds of billions of dollars of Russian assets that were stored in foreign banks. Surprise, surprise. People are less keen to take on U.S. debt, particularly China, which has always been a big buyer of U.S. debt. they'll always find somebody. And of course, the person of last resort is the Treasury. So U.S. Treasury began buying back $50 billion in government debt starting from today. Now, what I find very, very interesting, I know we shared this a little bit, but I was thinking about this some more. You know what's interesting is that, so they're going to buy back $8 billion in August, $31.5 billion in September, which, September's got some catalysts coming, doesn't it? Between the big Treasury buybacks, between the rate cuts, and when are we getting that FTX money back into the market? At some point, right? And then $10 billion in October. Now, you'll notice they stop just before November. So what does this potentially have the capability to do? To keep markets buoyant between here and the U.S. election. Maybe this is an attempt to keep things going smoothly until the election. Certainly $50 billion of Treasury buybacks is going to have some impact. That's a lot of cash, man. Henrik Zeberg saying, as we in the coming few months reach all-time highs in U.S. stock markets and in Bitcoin and crypto, the current bearish sentiment will develop into strong bullish sentiment and euphoria, and the markets will soar. I'll be told that I'm wrong about my forecast of a coming top in U.S. markets, but the recession is coming and the largest bear market since 1929 will begin. But first, a blow-off top in U.S. markets. That's interesting. It's an interesting perspective. Got one final grand rally in the markets. I know after the recent downturn, everyone's probably going, yes, please, just one more time. Could be the case. Now, when a recession comes, is it going to be the worst bear market since 1929? I mean, them's their fighting words, Henrik. Definitely a big call. It'll be interesting to see what exactly, of course, does end up playing out. But as a reminder, when the markets start pumping like crazy again and everybody's getting very greedy, very euphoric, very excited, remember to take some money off the table, guys. Nothing wrong with that. Remember, you're never going to perfectly time the top. Okay? So there you go. Levibin says, never forget this guy recently panic sold at the absolute bottom. As we've talked about before, there's a small percentage of the portfolio, and that was done to avoid a hard liquidation on loans. Not great. I'm not happy about it, but you got to own it, man. You got to own it. So by all means, roast away, guys. I'm sure I'll be hearing about this for a while. But at the end of the day, I had to protect the bigger bag of collateral by making a hard call. Not great. I got within, looking at this yesterday, I think we talked about this yesterday. I got within about 15% or so of those liquidation points. So we never actually hit the liquidation points. So crap, but close enough for extreme discomfort. So anyway, everybody's got to manage their own stuff, guys. And I hope you managed it better. Right? So anyway, much peace and love to everybody. I hope everybody is making money in these markets. Now, here we got two big crypto news stories for you. Two huge crypto news stories. First, Brazil regulator approves the launch of the world's first spot Solana ETF. Brazil leading the way again. Very interesting. I think Brazil, they were one of the first countries to do a Bitcoin ETF. They're one of the first countries in the world to do an Ethereum ETF way before American markets. And now they're the first country in the world to offer a Solana spot ETF. Shout out to Brazil. Good job. Good job, guys. Now, I know Brazil's not the biggest stock market on the planet. I get that, okay? Still, it matters. It matters. Because Brazil first, then the Canadians, maybe they'll catch up and do it next. I know there's applications in Canada for Solana spot ETFs. And then once everybody else has it, what is going to be the good case for the Americans not to approve one, especially if we get a new SEC head with a potential new presidency? Things to watch out for. And then we got this story. Shout out to all the XRP holders out there, because you finally, it's here. It's happened, man. You finally got your day. Looks like the worst is over for XRP holders. Judge orders Ripple to pay $125 million in civil penalties, officially ending the SEC's lawsuit, including the XRP is not a security. The SEC case is closed. Now, the SEC was trying to get a $2 billion fine. In the end, the judge said 125 million bucks, which, if you know anything about Ripple and the kind of money that they have, 125 bucks ain't crap. 125 million bucks. 125 bucks definitely not crap. 125 million for Ripple, definitely not that much. There you go. XRP Army, what up? Congratulations. You guys fought the good fight. You won. Now, I am rooting for your bags. I hope that you guys see finally a new high price for XRP this cycle. We've had some good XRP news recently. I'm not an XRP holder. I certainly can't tell you what to do with your money if you should go out and buy or sell or whatever, any of that stuff with XRP. But it is great news to see. Recently, we had the announcement of, I think it was $10 million of stable coins or real world assets. There's been all kinds of stuff happening with XRP Ledger recently, and winning the lawsuit. Now, look, both sides can come out and say this is a win. The SEC is going to say, well, see, we won. And XRP can say, well, see, we won, because XRP is not a security. And that's much more important than us having to pay a parking ticket, which is all the $125 million is to Ripple, because they have gargantuan sums of money. Okay. Hey, let's do a real quick shout out to today's video sponsor, which is Control Wallet. So let's give a big thank you to Control for sponsoring today's stream. Now, Control Wallet, this is the most comprehensive, the most user-friendly freaking wallet out there. It supports all the major blockchains. It's got your Bitcoins, got your Ethereums, all the Ethereum virtual machine equivalents like Avalanche. It's got Solana, Thorchain. 1,800 blockchains in total, which is redonkulous. I didn't even know there was many blockchains, but apparently there is. More than any other wallet on earth. Takes in all kinds of tokens, all the tokens, all kinds of NFTs, all the NFTs. Control lets you create a wallet as well through your Google account in just a matter of a few clicks, should you want to take that option. It's a very smooth process, equally smooth going through other socials. If you want to use your X login, for example, you can do that. Obviously, such a crypto-friendly platform. Maybe you want to do it all in one place. You can swap, you can bridge any asset directly in the wallet. You can also pay fees across all chains using the gas tank feature. This is a single balance of either USDC or the XDeFi token, which is a universal gas token. By the way, 75% of all swap and bridge revenue used to market, buy back, and burn up XDeFi tokens. Pretty cool, right? You can join the Control Cabal, sign up for their exclusive mobile beta using the link down below in the description. Go check them out if you want to check out their new wallet and all the great stuff they've been doing. Link down below. Thanks again to the guys over at Control for sponsoring today's stream. So let us continue. MTMD saying it's XDeFi, but for mobile. Yes and no. So XDeFi wallet is going to be upgraded to Control Wallet very, very soon. So yeah, it's a whole new thing they're doing. Go watch it. We did a video on it. Go watch our video on it if you want to get some more details about it. Okay. Now let's talk about the price of Bitcoin. What's up? Price of Bitcoin. Look at this. So guess got a bunch of random arrows on the chart here. Price of Bitcoin currently $57,000 after, of course, the big sell-off the other day. Question is now, can we start to build some strength back into the market? Bank of Japan capitulating yesterday. That was good news. Very good news. Still fear in the market. We had a big trauma event that freaks people out sometimes for a bit of a time. Still have, is the Middle East going to explode? I feel like that's something like every day you go to the go to social media and it feels like Middle East is exploding. Anyway, if you want to see some strength come back in the market, two things to watch out for. And look, just as a side note, if you're a person who's been sitting on cash for a while, historically speaking, any purchases of Bitcoin below the 200-day exponential moving average, long-term great value opportunity, especially when buying on oversold RSI or just after oversold RSI conditions. So we're just talking about long-term value buys there. If you're looking for a next move signal in the market, two things I'm watching out for: a reclaim of the 200-day exponential moving average, blue line on the chart here, okay? Blue line on the chart. And a MACD bull cross. Now, MACD, has been in a downtrend, as you can see. Let's get a little more prominent on the screen here. Makes it easier for you guys to see that. MACD has been in a downtrend, starting to curve back in the other direction. You see the histogram here starting to move back up in the other direction, just slightly now, though. So if we can see a confluence, especially of MACD bull cross and a crossing of the 200-day EMA, well, that becomes very interesting. Look what happened last time that happened. So last time that happened was back here Friday, the 12th of July. Price was $57,000. We retook the 200-day EMA, got the bull cross on the MACD, ran from 57K up to 69K before taking a correction. So something to watch out for, okay? Now let's talk about some fun charts here. Milky Bull sharing, one of the good metrics that usually signals a bottom. That is negative funding rates coming in. You can see previous bottoms were marked by that as well. Even just short-term bottoms, but the bigger the red, the stronger the move. Okay. Dan here. This is an interesting one. See this chart shared around a lot. Bitcoin holding on to the massive channel it's been trading in for the past 6 months. Some wicks and deviations above and below, but generally this channel has been pretty useful to watch. Now, a lot of people have been calling that a big bull flag, but generally it is probably invalidated as a bull flag thesis because it's just taken to, it's been months, right? But still, it's a strong channel that the price has been in and definitely is worth paying attention to from that perspective. So a price then going up above 65K starts to become interesting. Price going above 70K starts getting very interesting. But we really need to see, of course, the big number for Bitcoin is closing above 72K. That's the line to beat for all intents and purposes. But, you know, if we can get back above that channel, that'd be pretty interesting in terms of looking at a breakout. But yeah, watch for the strength in the market to return. You don't have to rush it, okay? Titan of Crypto saying bull market still on. The only metric you need to monitor to know if Bitcoin is still in a bull market, the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level. As long as the price closes above it, the bull market is still on. We're right around there right now. Just on that. Just one, of course. Just one of many indicators. Tony the Bull saying, although wave 4 is more commonly a sideways correction as we got sharp instead, the current retrace is characteristic of a wave 4, wave 5 potentially still in play here. Could be if you subscribe to Elliott wave theory, wave 5 could be the big hurrah, which would go back to what Henrik was saying earlier, that, hey, maybe we get one big bang in the market before things finish up and we enter a US recession, which is probably gonna be bad for markets. How long that lasts, who the heck knows? Does it mean your crypto coin is going to go to zero? No, but the US recession is probably not going to be great for stocks or for crypto coins. So you might want to consider taking some money off the table next time that you have enough money sitting there thinking, gosh, that's life-changing money. Change your life. Do it. Do it for your family. Do it for you. Okay? Remember that. Be curious to see where we go. If we extend up to the 1.618 Fibonacci line, that's around 100K. The 2.618 Fibonacci lines around 150K. The 3.618 is around $215,000. So I think those all become very important levels to watch. The 100K one is going to be very, very critical, I think, for us. We've been talking about $100,000 Bitcoin for a long time. A long time. Undercover Doc says he just bought a fat bag of smoking chicken fish, man. Smoking chicken fish. Welcome to the broth, man. Welcome to the broth. I own some smoking chicken fish, by the way. Funny, very funny meme, in my opinion. I have no idea what the price is going to do, but it's funny. Check this out. Founder of CEO of Crypto Quant sharing this. 400,000 Bitcoin have moved to permanent holder addresses over the past 30 days. Massive clear accumulation signals for the market. Very interesting. Very interesting. Ethereum. When ETF pump, man. Come on. Come on, Ethereum. Anyway, $2,500 right now. Of course, Ethereum, like everything else, got pretty crushed. Curious, Ethereum still showing oversold RSI the whole time that, Bitcoin recovered RSI wise quite quickly. I feel like Ethereum got sold heavier in some ways than other assets, partially because of Jump, a big market maker in crypto, and they've unloaded hundreds of millions of dollars of ETH, including into the weakness of the market. So, yeah. Kale Abe. I don't know. Kale. Honestly, this problem's going on for some time. Only explanation for ETH underperformance, really, that's about Jump trading, selling truckloads of Ethereum. Someday, it's going to take off, man. Okay. Max here saying the Ethereum ETF was a complete failure. Good. Mission accomplished. Remember when the Bitcoin ETF was a complete failure as well? They certainly aren't running the exact same playbook again, are they? They could be. Time will tell. As long as we can get some strength built back into the market, I think it gives the potential for Ethereum to do some pretty exciting things. So we'll be watching out for that. Leading market maker, Wintermute. By the way, Nero, the successor dog to Kabosu, the Shiba Inu dog that the Dogecoin meme was made around. Well, Kabosu passed away recently, right? This is the new dog that the lady bought, Niro. Anyway, of course, in crypto style, people made a bunch of coins. The one on Ethereum is the one that everybody seems to have decided is going to be the one. So that's interesting. Wintermute accumulating. Curious. Like to see it. Base has crossed 11 million active users within just 1 year of operation. That is actually insane. Think about how nuts that has been. Base has just been this massive success. And again, base related coins still have great potential. In my opinion, especially as we see the market heat up again. Base memes, base DeFi, stuff like that. Crazy. And as Adriana says, base is not stopping here. It won't be the only layer 2 with explosive growth. Ethereum is scaling. Competition for blob space will grow. Demand will outpace supply. ETH burn will soon rise again. And even some ETH bulls appear to be missing the forest for the trees. Think bigger. Right now, you have this very sort of contrarian idea almost with Ethereum, where everybody's just like, it's Solana, baby. Solana is the new paradigm of money. Let's go. But Ethereum, we've got the ETFs. We've got a lot of potential here for Ethereum to take off. All the things are lining up for Ethereum, except price action. Man. Come on, Ethereum. Come on. Look at our boy here, Solana. Boom, 155. Oh, man. What a beast. Solana. Just, wow. Amazing. What a coin. Don't own any. Have thought about buying some recently, but what a strong coin. It has been one of the big winners of the market cycle. And it's crazy to me. Look, it's still not at all-time highs, but it's been performing extremely strongly, showing huge strength, huge excitement from the market. And it's absolutely nuts to look at some of the other big layer ones, right? And to see what those big layer ones price-wise have done, I mean, it's nuts. I was looking at like Polkadot today. It's still down like 90% from the all-time highs. It's crazy. A lot of others are like that too. Cardano's still down massively. Polygon's still down massively because the market trades on hype and narrative. Okay? Jerry H says, Lark, buy Solana at the top and ride it all the way down. That's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. Buy high, sell low. It's the way, guys. But crazy to think about the wild strength that Solana has shown. I think just awesome. Absolutely awesome strength. So shout out to all the Solana holders. Now, real quick, before we get into your questions, if you are a cryptocurrency trader, check out Bybit. Huge deals going on right now. Check it out. Link down below in the description. You can get a $500 trading bonus. So that's, you deposit $100 or more, you'll get a $500 free trade, basically. So they're going to give you a trade, whether it's on Bitcoin or Ethereum, Pepe, a few other coins as well. Plus, there are some big prizes up for grabs too. So check it out if, of course, you are a cryptocurrency trader. Link down below. Now, let's talk crypto. Let's hydrate, guys. It's time. It's time. Mark says I'm 75% Solana. It has definitely been performing extremely well, so I can understand why. Lark, I heard Off the Grid goes live on PS5 this weekend. Nice. Nice. I've not heard that. That's fantastic. Lark, should we reduce our expectations? A few months ago, I needed a 3x for 100K. Now I need a 10x. No longer feels realistic. The crazy thing about the cryptocurrency markets is that when the time comes, these markets will get so crazy so quick. It's a wild, wild market to be in. There's always things making money. There's always narratives making money. New meme coins are popping up and making money. And sometimes other coins that are not meme coins also make money. But there's always this situation near the end of the market cycle where everything kind of goes crazy for a few weeks to a few months. And that's when most of the gains can be made. Not everything does equally well. Some things just aren't going to do well at all. I feel like some coins are already dead. Some coins that were like the hot new thing earlier this year are already basically dead, which is insane. And some of those might not be coming back. Okay. So be honest with your bags when you're looking at them and just say, man, does this really have a future? Or should I go into something that's got some more strength on it? You know, I was looking at my portfolio today, assessing where we are now with it. And I still have besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC, I have 21 other crypto coin positions, which is too many. It's too many. I had more than that before. But it's definitely too many. It's too much dispersion, too much diversification in a market that does not reward diversification all the time. Yeah, I know you can wait till that last moment in the market and hopefully get out for good prices on your bags. But yeah, I feel like I still need to cut a few coins down, try to concentrate the money more in what I think are going to be the bigger winners of the cycle, or at least just concentrate them down, because it's probably not going to matter too much whether it's in coin A or coin B when things get really crazy in the market. What other Solana meme coins do you like? Now, I've been spending more time on base meme coins. I don't know if that's just me mid-curving it. I should just either wizard or ape down and just go all in on Solana meme coins, but I don't really have much else in the way of Solana meme coins. Now, I do have quite a few base meme coins. I have Brett, Benji, and Mr. Mickles. So we'll see how those do. We'll see if base memes take off. I mean, base memes have every potential to take off. Super cheap, easy to use chain, lots of excitement, 11 million users on chain. I mean, come on, base. Let's go. Let's see our meme coins get nuts. Jinan the cat, what are your thoughts? Have not had a look at it yet. I've heard about it. Haven't had a look at it yet. We're doing a little research on it, see if there's any red flags or anything like that, but definitely have seen a lot of people talking about it. Lark, I have a two-part question. If the analysts say there's no correlation, how come the NASDAQ keeps wrecking us? Secondly, do you think unemployment numbers in the morning could make or break us? Not more unemployment numbers. Look, first things first around the NASDAQ. Sometimes we correlate, sometimes we don't. The biggest problem for crypto is that when the stock markets go risk off, we tend to correlate again to the downside. We don't often have strong deviation of correlation between the assets. When stocks are doing bad, crypto tends not to do super well. However, sometimes when stocks are doing really well, crypto can do bad. And we've seen that this year. We've had all these things that have come out, the overhang issues and the flooding of grayscale money into the market, blah, 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 all the stuff we know about. And yet stock markets kept making all these new highs. It's frustrating, but that's how it is sometimes. Do you think the unemployment numbers in the morning could make or break us? I don't think it'll necessarily make or break the markets per se, but I think if we have bad numbers coming in, the markets are definitely not going to love that. It'll add more fuel to the thesis that, oh my gosh, recession's coming ASAP. Everybody needs to start de-risking more and selling more, and we'll see. XRP news came out in the middle of a huge dip. Imagine if that was at the top. Oh, I know. XRP holders, you guys, even when the settlement comes, it has to come at one of the worst times in the market recently. Aerodrome Finance, the big carry. Lark, what happened? So the Fed, there was a rumor going around that the Fed was going to have an emergency meeting, but it was actually bullshit. So that never came to be. Only 37% down. Hashtag winning. Hashtag winning. Do you think off the grid could trigger a gaming run? I hope so, man. Holy crap. We just need one game. I'm an off the grid investor, by the way. Invested in their token and in nodes, and I run nodes on the network. Anyway, holy cow, man. One game. All we need is one freaking crypto game to get, like, I don't know, a few million normie people to start playing it and start talking about it. Big streamers to start talking about it for things to get really crazy. A lot of other gaming speculation would go on in that situation. And a lot of gaming coins are crap. Let's keep it real. A lot of games in crypto are crap and have almost no users. It doesn't mean they won't pump when the time comes. People will do these rotation games and find old coins that aren't doing very much, and you know how it works. Please tell me you dumped your link. We sold a very small amount of Chainlink. Still holding majority of my bag. I know it's been a slow grind on Chainlink. I keep holding on to the faith that one of these days Chainlink's going to really take off and people are going to recognize the cool technology. Chainlink. Lark's crazy, man. 21 coins. I know it's too many coins. That's what I'm saying. I gotta grind that down over the next few weeks. I think we'll make a few more tough calls and take the money from some of the coins and plow those into other ones. I'll keep you guys updated as we go through that process. Do you know about Clip Finance? Heard about it here for the first time. Is Grayscale holding Solana? Yes, unfortunately they are, but it's not as big as their Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings. Then again, Solana is not as big, so it might have an equally crappy impact when a Solana ETF finally does launch in the United States. Lark, what's your biggest meme coin holding? It's Brett. It's like 5% of my portfolio or something like that. So big Brett fan. Lark, Jim Cramer said that Trump is better if you care about your payroll. Is this a sign we should vote for Kamala? Oh gosh, yeah, the inverse Cramer idea. I don't know. What are your thoughts on WorldCoin, Celestia? WorldCoin, way too much token inflation going on. Way too much. Insiders, early seed investors team, they're up gargantuanly, and there's still like 95% of the supply or something to come in. It's problematic. Celestia, I think I bought not much, like $2,000 worth of Celestia back when the sort of stake your Celestia and get some airdrops. Say, yeah, you know what, screw it. Let's do that. Has not worked out well. It's down 75%, $2,000 to $500. No airdrops. Where are my airdrops, man? And I've had it staked to Milky Way for a while, but I think I'm going to take that money out just to, again, one less thing to even think about in my portfolio. Not that it was ever really made to like be an investment, right? But I was hoping at least get some kind of airdrops. Celestia. In terms of buying that coin as an investment, I have no idea. I haven't thought about it beyond just staking it to hope to get airdrops, which never really eventuated. Time for you to buy Solana, buddy. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Off the top of your head, which coins can you say are pal? Oh, so many coins are past their prime, man. So many coins. So many coins are just zombies out there. Look at, you don't have to look very far to understand what is getting the hype, the strength, the excitement this market cycle. Now, others can come up out of nowhere and get that too. Again, we talk about the tier levels in these sort of networks, Solana, Base, Telegram, right? Definitely all tier one sort of excitement. Tier two, Avalanche, Arbitrum. I'm not saying any of these coins are still good investments, like the Arbitrum. We talked about this a lot yesterday. I'm not going to go over it, but like governance tokens kind of suck, whereas like the AVAX tokens actually used for gas, so that's cool. But yeah, there's a lot of coins out there. Not saying those are, but a lot of coins out there that just think about it, man. Is anybody talking about this stuff anymore? Is anybody excited about this stuff anymore? Some coins like Polygon, for example, done everything right, in my opinion. They're bear market builders. They're launching constant partnerships, constant technology upgrades, all kinds of exciting stuff. So I think isn't Polymarket built on Polygon? It's one of the biggest crypto apps in the world right now. Where's price appreciation, man? It's rough. We still ghost in the XRP news. We talked about the XRP news. Very happy to see that XRP news come out and that settlements finally came in. Larky, bullish on Jupe. Jupe, very bullish on Jupe. Got a big bag of Jupe. It's a 4 or 5% or like something like that in my portfolio. So I think my Jupiter bags will do very, very well. I hope anyway. Is ADA completely dead? No, ADA is not completely dead, but I definitely think that Cardano has struggled with narrative this cycle. I mean, again, just ask yourselves, outside of maybe the Cardano echo bubble, and I'm not no shade on Cardano holders, okay, guys, I want you to make money. I do, okay? But outside of that, I'm just not seeing that sort of broad excitement. I mean, look at how people are pumped about what's happening on Solana, and then compare that with people talking about Cardano. Look at the strength of Solana versus the relative market weakness of Cardano. Look at everything being built and launched on Solana. And I know a lot of it's casino BS with all the meme coins and stuff. I get that. I know, okay, but that's driving a lot of economic activity on chain. Where's that with Cardano? What's interesting too is that Solana's got its own sort of native network. It's not an Ethereum virtual machine equivalent network like Cardano. Cardano's not either. And you could say, well, that's what's holding Cardano back. No, people all went into the Solana ecosystem. They're using the Phantom wallet. They're doing whatever. It's built. So if I was a Cardano holder, and lots of love for Cardano, made 50x on or something last market cycle. It was great. Great. Big fan. No complaints there. But if I was a Cardano holder these days, I would want more. Let's say that I would want more. I'd want to see more from my coin, considering what's going on and that Cardano's had so many opportunities for that big success. It's not to say there's nothing happening on Cardano, because there is. But look at the hype levels. Look at, okay, it goes beyond hype, man. We're doing serious technology over here. How much does the market care about serious technology? Do you want to be right, or do you want to make money? Because it can't always be both. Unless you're a Solana holder, then you're right, Danny, make money. Corey says, Lark, I feel like going all in on ETH. What's your thoughts on ETH lagging behind Bitcoin? I can understand the sentiment. I mean, look, at some point, those Ethereum ETF flows are going to matter for Ethereum. When? Not sure. Soon, probably. As long as the market starts building some strength back into it and we start getting sort of a more broad recovery, we reclaim those key 200-day moving averages. Buying under there, long-term value, right? But you're taking more risks as the market hasn't shown that it's really building that strength back up yet, right? Buying under there is sort of betting on the bounce, which probably not a bad bet to take. Not financial advice, obviously, just speculating here. But yeah, I can definitely vibe on that. James says, loving Superman Curl. Haven't really heard you talk about Ondo Finance. BitBoy and some other channels are very bullish on it. What are your thoughts? Look, there's real world assets are very exciting, first and foremost. I don't know that much about Ondo Finance. We've talked about it a little bit around here, but I'm not an expert on their business model and how value flows back to the token and all that kind of stuff. If I remember reading correctly, it's just a governance token. You guys can update me if that's not the case. Governance tokens are they struggle to capture value for holders. Jeff says, I'm sitting on 96.2 Celestia, and somehow I'm the top 2% of milkers. They keep delaying the Milky Way airdrop. BS. I know. You know, with airdrop farming, the question really becomes, who is farming who? Who's farming who? Are you farming the Milky Way airdrop, or is Milky Way farming you? Right? Because remember, they collect fees off all that. So the longer they keep you in there, the longer they keep dangling the carrot, you're going to get an airdrop one day. Keep your money in here so we can keep collecting fees. Because the second that airdrop comes, you know, like 90% of that Celestia is going to leave Milky Way. BitBoy always said good things about Lark. The other day said nasty things about him supporting Dot. Well, you know, what are you going to do? That's life. That's life. People can criticize. You know, even I've been looking at my Dot recently and go, man, it's almost right now. It's almost at the same price that I bought it for back in 2020. It's crazy. Great technology. They're doing awesome things technologically. They are doing really cool stuff. They got Jam coming out and they got all this cool stuff and they got new projects building on there all the time and big uptick in daily transactions with it. Mythical Games, one of the big game companies have released games on there, creating millions of new daily transactions on Polkadot. Like, this is all valuable stuff. The price of Dot, though, come on, man, that's crazy. Anyway. How does liquidation work with a Bitcoin DeFi loan? Well, for example, you take some wrapped Bitcoin, you put it in MakerDAO or Aave, and you'll get a liquidation price. So let's say you take one Bitcoin, you put it in there, you borrow $30,000 against it. Your liquidation price is probably going to be like, just spitballing numbers here, like $45,000. So if the price of Bitcoin goes down to $45,000, you're liquidated. Say goodbye to that Bitcoin, right? So now some of those protocols offer mechanisms that will rebalance as the price goes down. So price goes down to $45,000 and it sells 0.2 Bitcoin in order to move the liquidation price further down, so on and so forth, and you kind of grind it down as the price goes down versus a full hard liquidation. Usually you'll get something back after liquidation, but not very much on those kind of things. Big E32 Moonbeam is a dumpster fire. Certainly not as many people talking about Moonbeam these days, are there? It's one of those ones I've been looking at going, you know, with my 21 altcoin holdings that I still have, even after cutting some off the other day, something's got to go. Maybe it'll be that. We'll think about that. Is Velodrome on your bag? It is not. Sean says, Andrew, Link has a great long-term life. Dot is dead, in my opinion. Neblio. Remember, oh my gosh, Neblio. Oh, you're taking me back, man. You're taking me back, Neblio. Neblio was like the coin for like a week or two in late 2017. Everybody's so excited about Neblio, and then nothing happened. Lisk, Icon, Nem. Some of you guys might not even know these names. You haven't been around the market for more than 5 years because they all died in 2018. Nobody ever talks about them anymore. It's crazy to think that some of these things like Ethereum Classic or Neo are still in the top 100, or I think it's still in the top 100 anyway. Why is Ethereum Classic not at like number 1,000? Nobody uses it for literally anything. It's crazy. Oh, okay. I mean, like literally there's probably something built there. You know what I mean? But like, think about this. When was the last time anybody ever said, I'm building this on Ethereum Classic? Nobody. It's one of Cardano's problems too. I get a lot of approaches for private sale investments all the time. You can see my disclosures of what private sales invested in, but the disclosure link down below on the YouTube video here. Also, keep in mind, just because I'm investing in something doesn't mean you should. Crypto's risky. I lose lots of money all the time. Yeah, it's a good time. Anyway, it's interesting that of all these solicitations I get, and I say no to 9 out of 10 of them, right? But of all the solicitations that I get, I don't think I've seen a single one building on Cardano. Certainly nobody on Ethereum Classic. Cassian says, look at the top 100 projects on CoinMarketCap back in 2020. You'll see a lot of dead coins that rarely happens in the stock market. Amen to that. This is, you have to guys have to understand, especially if you're new around here, crypto, this ain't your granddaddy stock market, okay? This is highly volatile startups competing for users in this casino almost that we have here. I don't want to call it a casino, but highly speculative market that we have here. And the vast majority of these do not make it. There's been so many hyped blockchains over the years, and most of them do not make it. Most of them fail to ever get any users, any kind of builders, and they just go to zero. That's it. That's it. The only airdrop that matters is Base. I'm not sure Base will ever do an airdrop. I mean, if they do, it'll just be a governance token, be crap, and I'll try to sell it the second that I get it. Holy crap. I regret not selling all of my airdrops that I've gotten this year the second I got them. Any ones that I tried to hold, I've regretted massively. I think, well, let's see what happens. This is such a cool protocol. Nope. Bad lark. No. You get another airdrop, you sell that shit straight away. No screwing around. Very rare exceptions that you'll see, especially over the last 6 months, where you'll see an airdrop token perform super well after the airdrop. Something like Celestia, for example, is a real outlier. Jaito did really well. Solana hype was picking up at the time. That helped pump Solana hype up a bit. Big wealth effect for Solana. All people got a big airdrop from that. But many of the airdrops have just been down only. Look at Wormhole, right? Came out and was just like, holy crap, this huge airdrop. By the time I finally sold it, not so big. And it's still free money, but not great. Not great. Same with Manta. Manta, great airdrop. Should have sold it on day one. It went up a bit the week after, maybe the following 2 weeks. It got up maybe 50 or even 100% more than the airdrop day. But then I just kept holding on. Like, we'll see what happens. Manta, fine network. Nothing wrong with Manta network, right? The token has just been savage, and it would have been better off economically to sell the airdrop on the day that I got it instead of holding on to it. It's the same with most of these airdrops. So I don't know if Base ever does do an airdrop. I'm selling it on day one. Not telling you what you should do with your airdrops, but yeah, that's what I do with mine. What are your thoughts on Linea? Great network. Like using it. Have used it a lot. When they do an airdrop for their token, I hope that I get a nice airdrop, and I will sell that. It'll be fantastic. Lark, have you looked into ordinals recently? Do you think Bitcoin Layer 1's a good narrative? I think Bitcoin Layer 1 is a good narrative, but I am not spending that much time on ordinals personally. I like it. I think it's cool. I really do. I think it's cool what's happening on Bitcoin Layer 2 and Bitcoin ordinals and all that stuff. Bitcoin runes, very cool stuff, man. I like it. I ain't got time for that, man. Holy cow. Like I said, it's actually going to be very nice to cut down a few more of my altcoin bags. It's too damn many. I don't need to think about, I don't think about NFTs almost at all. Awesome technology. Big fan of NFT technology. Game-changing stuff. Verifiable digital ownership on the blockchain. Man, that's cool. Sports cards, in-game items, all that stuff. Awesome. I do not have time to think about NFTs, investing in NFTs, going and getting on whitelists, any of that BS. Some NFTs have done very well in the past year, but too much for me, man. Too much. This market's got so many things happening in it. Lark, what is your opinion on the Circle IPO? Well, let's see when it happens first and foremost. But I feel like it's probably something personally I'd watch for picking up in the bear market. I will definitely rebuy my Coinbase stocks in the bear market. And maybe we'll buy some Circle. Why not? That could be an interesting play. I'll see how it goes. Maybe a Bitcoin miner or two. Bear market price. But nobody wants to buy that stuff anymore because Bitcoin miners have done pretty well over time. Lark, what are your thoughts on Nairo? We talked a little bit about Nairo earlier, but we're on ETH. I don't know about the Solana ones, but Nairo on ETH. We're doing a diligence report on that. I'll have a look at it, but I can definitely see it catching narrative right now. You can definitely see a lot of people getting behind it. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't have any yet, but I have considered, let's throw a few $1,000 and see what happens. A NEM phone. Did you buy a NEM? Get out of here, Crypto Night. What are you talking about, NEM phone? Oh my God. Are you holding Toshi? No, I'm not holding Toshi. Zach, going to 43, then going to the moon. Used to know a guy named Zach Fry. Lark, if you dug into the Scroll blockchain, I've used the Scroll blockchain quite a bit. I haven't been really keeping up with my airdrop farming, and maybe I won't get airdrops because of that, man. I had enough. Guys. I proved the point that I wanted to prove. I made 6 figures in airdrop farming in 2024, which was something that I wanted to prove anybody could do. I wasn't special in doing that. The things that I did were not special to do that. So it's possible. A lot of the airdrops are crap. Most of the gains came from just a couple of airdrops. Anyway, I've kind of slowed down on trying to get there and grind every day and do transactions and mint NFTs and deploy contracts and all that stuff. I hope I still get a nice airdrop for Scroll and for Linea based on previous transactions. I haven't been spending much time on it recently. But yeah, Scroll, fantastic. When their airdrop comes out, which I hope that I get, I will be selling it. Because again, it'll be a governance token, which, as we've seen, layer 2 governance tokens are a dime a dozen these days. Just because the Scroll network is good doesn't mean the Scroll governance token is going to be like a great hold necessarily. That's my opinion, of course, not financial advice. Captain Shark says made a little bit of money on the Coinbase stock. Nice. William says there's a couple of music NFT projects, which if they can build in music rights, will go to the moon. I'm sure. Like I said, the NFT space is really cool. I'm a big fan of the NFT space. I think they're doing really, really cool stuff. Have you been farming the Barachain airdrop? Yes, but again, let that down recently. I just haven't had the will to do it. Just clicking the buttons, doing the transactions, deploying the contracts, voting in governance, blah, blah, blah. I probably spent about 3 months just like doing that weekly, spending like 45 minutes, an hour a week, clicking the buttons on Barachain, but I haven't done that since 2 months ago, something like that. Now I don't have any Super Champs NFTs anymore. I did previously. I sold them at some point ago. But anyway, I do have some NFTs. I have NFTs, right? I don't think about NFTs that much. I have like some cyber brokers, which are NFTs from Josie Bellini, who made these paintings back on my wall, by the way. Got some stoner cats. Man, they got hard done by stoner cats. I always thought the stoner cats were just funny for fun. But the SEC went after Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, like, oh, stupid SEC. Man, just let people have their silly cat pictures, dudes. Come on, SEC. Anyway, I still have my stoner cats. I like them, but I don't think about NFTs very much. If I do ever buy an NFT, it's just for laughs. I'm not too much into the NFT place. More coverage of Sway. Definitely, I hear a lot of people talking about it, and I know the narrative right now is this is going to be the next Solana, and maybe it is. Maybe I need to look more into it, and I'd be missing out. Like, holy crap! Instead of buying Solana now, maybe I should go buy 6 figures of Sway and be like, all right, let's go, man. Sweet. Yeah, sweet. Anyway, Don't know enough about it to make that statement yet. If I should buy it or not, I don't know. Like I said, I want to decrease the number of coins I'm holding, not add more. Definitely, Sway is not getting the level of excitement and engagement that we're seeing for other blockchains like Solana and stuff like that right now. Like, holy cow, guys! I just realized we're almost at an hour. Goodness gracious, we got to go. We got a phone call in 5 minutes. Guys, thank you so much for joining today's stream. You're awesome. We'll do this again tomorrow. See you then. Bye.